Yeah, good evening. Just give me 5 minutes, we'll start the session. Yeah, good evening. Am I audible? Okay.
ఉడికినండి రాజుడు కూడా వచ్చి బాగుందని జాయిన్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. జీసీపీ నేర్చుకోవడా అది ఇప్పుడు ట్రెండింగ్ లో ఉంది బాగా.
Okay, guys, just a minute. I'm starting up. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, audible.
Okay, so okay, guys. So yesterday already we have discussed up to what is that? The Azure data engineering. Okay, guys. I'll just brush it up once and then we'll move to the subject. Okay, guys. Azure data engineering. as you know the guys, everyone. So Azure Data Engineering. Okay, Azure Data Engineering. So Azure Data Engineering is what, guys? So we have the Azure Data Engineering. So when we talk about the Azure Data Engineering, okay. So Azure Data Engineering is nothing but what? It is basically the bunch of cloud services. What's that? The bunch of cloud services. It is the bunch of what is that, guys? Cloud services. That means many cloud services are given here into this Azure. Wherein, guys, when we talk about this, okay, what are the cloud services we have it in the Azure Data Engineering? What is it you have it? We have the ADF is the first service, and then next one is what is it you have it, guys? ADB is the second one, guys, and the third one we have it as what? ADB, ADF, and the next one is what? Synapse. Okay, and the next one you have it as what, guys? Machine learning, that is called as ML. And then we have what is it, guys? Open AI, that is called as Open Azure. That is artificial intelligence. Okay, guys, these are all the things we have it. And under the cloud services, guys, everyone, under the cloud services, everyone, under the cloud services, guys, or using the cloud services, we can perform the following task. What are the tasks, guys? The tasks are what is that you have it? Um, the following are the tasks you can perform it. What is that? The first task, as already we have discussed it, we can say, guys, data migration. Then you have data integration, data migration, data integration. Then you have what's the data summarization, data migration, data integration, data summarization. And the next one is what's that you have it? Data visualization. Okay, guys, data visualization. So these are all the tasks we can perform it by using the, yes, guys, we can all, these are the all tasks we can perform it by using the Azure Data Engineering. Azure Data Engineering. Okay, guys. So we can perform the following task here. Okay. So let's try to, everyone, go ahead on this. Okay. Let's try to go ahead on this. Okay. We have what is it? So Azure Data Engineering is the following one we have it, where we have what is it, guys, where we have what is that? Data migration, data integration, data summarization, and data visualization. And the next one, what is it? You have it under this. Okay, guys. Under this ADF, ADB, and Synapse, or within the ADF, ADB, and Synapse. Okay, ADF stands for what? Azure Data Factory. Okay, guys. The first one, the list of services I can say, guys. Azure Data Factory. What is it? We have it. Azure Data Factory. Azure Data Factory. Okay, guys. So whereas this one is completely, everyone, this is completely, what is it, guys? This is completely, okay. It is a graphical user interface. It is a graphical user interface. That means you need not, guys, everyone, you need not use any code here. You need not use any code here, guys. Okay. So we need not use any code here. So without writing a code, okay, everyone, without writing a code, everyone, without writing a code, we can achieve the task here. Without writing the code, we can achieve the task here, guys. Okay, without writing the code, we can achieve the task. That is the I think we have it, which we call it as what? GUI. GUI stands for what, guys? Graphical user interface. What is that? GUI stands for what? Graphical user interface. Okay, guys. And when it comes to this next one, what is it? You have it, ADB, guys. ADB is the most important one, or the most important, we can say thing we have it, which is called as what? Databricks. Azure Databricks, guys. That means Databricks. Databricks, we can use it in Azure, guys. That means the Azure Databricks is nothing but we are using the Databricks in Azure. That means we can say you have GCP Databricks as well. Am I right? And then you have what is it, guys? Even okay, even you have what is it, everyone? You have that is nothing but that is AWS Databricks. But here we are using what? Databricks for Azure. That means what? The Databricks provides, what is that? What does it provides? It provides the Spark cluster, which can process millions and trillions of records in a very faster manner, guys. Okay, where here you have what is it? This is purely a CUI, guys. What do you mean CUI? CUI stands for character user interface. It stands for what? character user interface. Everyone, it stands for what, guys? Character user interface, CUI. Okay, yeah, what's it? CUI is nothing but character user interface. Okay, so wherein we are using the Azure Databricks with what is it, guys? PySpark. The coding, what is it? PySpark. PySpark means what? Python plus a Spark. What is it? PySpark. PySpark is nothing but actually you can say, guys, everyone, we can say what? PySpark is nothing but Python plus a Spark. Together is called as what? PySpark here. So we are using the PySpark coding here. Okay, guys, we are using what's it? PySpark coding. We are using what's it? PySpark coding here. Okay, to write all the commands. And the next one, what is it? You have it, everyone. The next one is what? We can say, guys, here the next one we have it as what? The next one we can say Synapse. What do you mean by Synapse? Synapse is nothing but actually it is Synapse, Azure Synapse Analytics. Azure Synapse Analytics. What it is? Azure Synapse Analytics. So means what, guys? When we talk about the Azure Synapse Analytics, okay. So when you talk about the Azure Synapse Analytics, so Azure Synapse Analytics is what is that? That is that basically, it is specially designed. Everyone, it is specially designed here for, okay, it is specially designed for the purpose of what is that? Analysis. You can perform the analysis, and whereas everyone, this basically the Azure Synapse is the data warehouse of Azure. Data warehouse of Azure. That means here we can say right now in the Azure Synapse, you have what is it, guys? ADF is there. That means ADF is already exist. That means if you're using Synapse, that means already you're using the ADF here. ADF already exists here. Okay. ADF already existed. Okay. So here you can say the under the Azure Synapse, you have what? ADF is already added. Then we have what's that? Data warehouse. Data, we can say warehouse. So guys, data warehouse. So what is exactly the data warehouse? Previously, we used to call this one as what is it? Azure, okay, SQL warehouse. SQL warehouse. We used to call it as what? Azure SQL warehouse. Now it has been rebranded and labeled as what is that, guys? Azure Synapse. Okay, Azure Synapse. Wherein, can you see here? Wherein we can say, even in the Azure Synapse, we have one more thing. What is it, guys? We can say Power BI is also there. Power BI is also there. Somebody just put yourself in the mute mode, please. Okay, so here you have said, guys, even the Power BI is included here. Power BI is included. Okay, and many more things. That is, you have a tremendous features. You have a tremendous features, guys. You have the Power BI, and the next one, what that you have, guys? Apart from this, even you can say, guys, Azure Data Lake Gen 2 is also added here. Azure Data Lake Gen 2. That means many things are there, guys. Many things are available into the, guys, many things are available into what is that you have it. Many things are available into what is it? Azure Synapse Analytics. So actually, the Azure Synapse Analytics, okay, Azure Synapse Analytics, basically everyone, the Azure Synapse Analytics is a very advanced one, guys. Wherein, apart from the Azure Synapse, nowadays, even you have the Fabric is there. What is my Fabric? The Fabric is the another one, that is the new service you have it. The new service which is introduced into the Azure, that is called as what? Azure Fabric. What's that? Azure Fabric, which includes, guys, all the applications or all the services we can use it at one stage. That means at one stop, that is nothing but at one halt, you can use all that. It is nothing but ADF you can use, Databricks you can use, Synapse you can use. Everything is included into the Azure Fabric. Azure Fabric. So Azure Fabric is the, guys, Azure Fabric is the one you have it where you have what's it? All the things are given here. Okay. So likewise, guys, these are the various services. And then we have the Azure OpenAI. So what is my Azure OpenAI? OpenAI is nothing but we can say, guys, it is a That is nothing but open AI is nothing but you can say open, that is artificial intelligence. Means what? Here you want to achieve a task. Suppose you have 10 tables are there. How many? 10 tables. Just an example I'm giving you. To get that data from the 10 tables, what is the code you need to write? You need not worry. Simply you have to write in your layman language code. Get the 10 tables. So automatically it generates the code for you. It generates the code for you and give it to you as the same, just like a chat GPT. Just like the chat GPT. You know, everyone, chat GPT, the same way. Here you can say instead of the chat GPT, we are using the label as what? Azure Open AI. What is that? Azure Open AI is the name we are using it. Okay. Everyone, Azure Open AI as the name we are using it. So these are all, can you see? These are all, everyone. These are all the guys. Yeah, these are all the services we have it. So as when we talk about guys, when we talk about this course, here we include all this. As I told you that already, everyone. As I told you that, here you have what's it, guys? As I already told you that we are going to see the following. What are those guys? That is nothing but data factory and data bricks, and then we are using what is it, guys? Everyone, Azure Synapse. Okay, till here we are going to see in detail a complete project implementation. Just 1 minute, Harsh, just give 1 minute. Give me 1 second time. Okay, so I'll answer your question. And the next one, what is it? Azure Fabric, Open AI, and as well as the machine learning. Azure Machine Learning. This one I will give you guys the basic idea how to implement it, because it's not possible to cover all the things. Hence I'm giving the brief thing about how, what are the features more are added into this and what are the things you have it. I'll just include in one case study. That is the thing we can do it, guys. Okay. And next after this, everyone, next after this, when we start the service, how to start the service? Yeah, Harsh, please tell me now. You want to ask some question?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah,
Uh,
please.
Yesterday we discussed about like we are using all these services for on the big data, right?
Exactly.
So and like here my question, I have two questions. One is like we what is the CUI? Like any example of CUI like we are using right now, and
Simple example, I'll tell you. Simple example.
yeah,
Word document, you know, everyone. Word
yeah,
document. Microsoft Word is there. Na?
yes, yes,
You
yes,
can
yes,
type it, you can use the mouse as well. Am I right?
yes.
So it's simple CUI, character user interface. Sorry, it's a
Oh,
character user interface plus graphical user interface. Both you can use it.
yeah,
Okay. But if you go for a particular document, DOS command prompt is there.
yeah,
CMD. I'm just typing command prompt window. Just open this. Command prompt is there, na, everyone. You're able to see the screen now. See command prompt window. Can you use the mouse here, everyone? You can't use the mouse. Okay, guys. We can't use only we can type it here. This is called as character user interface. Getting my point?
yes,
This kind of this kind of thing is called as what? Character user interface, where we don't use the mouse. Mouse doesn't work there. Okay. So that is purely a character user interface. And here we can say, guys, graphical user interface is where we can, okay, just a minute, just a minute, 1 minute, okay. Just 1 minute. I'm sharing you the screen once again. It has just lost. Okay. Okay. So here you have it, guys, everyone. And okay, Databricks. Databricks is what? Azure Databricks. Somebody asked me the question, so I'll answer it. So, guys, what is Databricks? Basically, Databricks is nothing but everyone. Databricks provides the Spark cluster. What is Spark cluster, guys? Basically, the Spark cluster is nothing but it is provided, okay, to process in the Spark environment. In the Spark environment, to process the data. Where data processing the data means what? Simple example, I'll tell you guys. Here, go to my desktop, everyone. Just simple example. Let's not go into the complications or will not complex it right now. We'll make it very simple. See here, everyone. I have some okay files are there. Just see here, everyone. I have some files here. Can you see multiple files are there or not? Guys, everyone. So let us say these are some 100 files are there or 1000 files, but all these 1000 files have some 500 GB of the data altogether. Okay, altogether how much data is there, guys? Altogether you have what's that? 500 GB of the data is there. Now tell me, if you wanted to process the 500 GB data, will it take time, guys, or immediately you can do it? Yes. If you wanted to use, guys, if at all you wanted to use these 500 files, okay, if at all you wanted to use these 500 files to transfer these files from one location to the another location, simple, from your mail ID to my mail ID. I'm giving you a task from your mail ID, you transfer these files to my mail ID. Tell me now, the attachment will take some time or not, please?
Yes.
Why?
Because they are uploading and downloading, there is some processing time.
Obviously, that time will be reduced off when we use the Spark cluster. Getting my point? The performance will be more faster than as usual. That is the reason why we go with the Databricks. And when we go with the Databricks can not only be used with the Azure. If you remove the Azure, you say GCP, you can use the GCP, Databricks with GCP. If you use AWS with the Databricks, okay. So here what we are doing is just we are using a type of integration here for Databricks. Databricks provides a Spark cluster. Okay. So basically we are using the Databricks for Azure. That means Databricks is not purely the property of Azure. It can be used with any other cloud services as well. That's the only thing I wanted to tell. Okay. Where here in Azure, we are going to use the Databricks with a language, along with the language called what? PySpark, which is right now required in the market. What is the PySpark is required as per the requirement of the market? You require the PySpark. So I'll tell you a simple example. People says that Databricks and Data Factory both are almost all does the same job, but why we are using it? But actually in the real-time implementation, suppose here you have a source, everyone, and in the source, guys, everyone, in the source you have some can you say 10 files are there? How many? 10 files are there, everyone.
The biscuit and the biscuit
Okay, so okay guys, here you have what's it, guys, everyone. Can you see it? You have some 10 files are there, everyone. You have 10 files. So using these 10 files, I wanted to create these 10 files in the target system. In the target system, I want to create it. So I can say, guys, I can say this is your Gmail ID. Simple words. I'm not complexing it. This is your Gmail ID. From your Gmail ID, you wanted to transfer the data to my Gmail. Getting my point? My Gmail. Am I right? So here, tell me now, when you wanted to transfer the data from here to here, everyone. So you can say this is a source and this is the destination. That is called as a target. Am I right? So here, can you see this part of putting the data is called as what? Extraction. Can you see it? It is called as what? Guys, extraction here. From extraction, you are directly loading the data to the target system. Am I right? So we can say, guys, E and L here. What is that? E and L. That is the reason why we are using E and L. And finally, after the data is received, what are the changes you want to make? That we are doing it later. So we can say what is it? ELT. That is called as what? Extraction, loading, and transformation. That means right now the technique what we are using it, guys. Here it is called as what? ELT. Actually, previously we used to have what is that? ETL, now everyone. Now we are using the technique called what? ELT. ELT means what? Extract the data from the source, load the data into the target. Based on the requirement, you make the changes. That is called as transformation at the later stage. Just to reduce the amount of burden of the transformation and processing. That's the thing we have introduced. That means right now, this is being slowly, the companies are adopting it here. So in this particular process of extraction and loading here, guys, generally we go with the data factory. Generally we go with what? In the implementation, the real-time implementation, if you're using the Azure data engineering for extraction and loading, we go for what? Data factory. Why? Because data factory can be used, okay, in a very faster manner, and without any code you can do it. But the transformation is the actual change you want to make it. Am I right? transformation is the actual logic, wherein you have to design, or you have to design in such a way that output should appear like that. Am I right, guys? Output should appear like that. So in the same way, what we do for designing the transformation, we are going with the Azure Databricks. Generally, companies, that means in the real-time implementation projects, we are using in this way only. For this part, you're using Databricks. Extraction and loading, you're using the Data Factory. And after the loading, for the transformation, only for the specific transformation purpose, we are going with the Databricks. Okay, Databricks. Okay, so that is the actual usage of this. And Synapse, so finally it is entering in this stage, wherein, can you see here, wherein the final, that is stage. What is the Synapse? Basically, a Synapse actually is the, can you see, the Synapse is actually is the data warehouse. It is a data warehouse of Azure, which can store the data here. And now further, after the data is stored in the target system, if you want to generate a reports, if you want to generate some reports, guys, some reports, okay, consider, what is it we have it, guys, if at all you want to generate the report, if at all you wanted to generate the report, at that time, simply we go with the Power BI, guys. We use the Power BI at this point, and now we generate the reports as per the requirement. Now somebody asked me just now a question. What is it? What was the question? When everything is added into this Synapse, then why ADF and Databricks separately? Actually, first we had it, can you see here, Azure Data Factory, and then accordingly we got the Databricks. Now recently the Synapse is rebranded. Synapse is rebranded, everyone. It is rebranded and it is added with all the features. That's the reason we are using all of them almost all. Okay. Synapse, they are using it not completely right now. Okay. So that's the reason. Okay. The thing, this one is not completely retired. Some of the services, after implementation of a new one or successful, the previous services will be retired. But right now, we have a lot of requirement, hence we are making forward with the Data Factory and as well as the Databricks. Synapse is actually has the power which includes the Data Factory feature as well, but still we are using the Data Factory individually because already the implementation is there. You cannot stop that implementation at a stage. Okay, it has to reach at a particular stage, then only you can change the things. So that's the reason why the things are there. But when it comes to this, the future part, even the Fabric will be more demanding, guys. Okay, Fabric. So if you know this Data Factory, Databricks, and Synapse individually, all these things, only the application front, you will have it in the Fabric, so that you can implement it very easily. So Fabric will have almost all the zero coding level. Okay, it's a very interesting subject. Anyways, you will come to know on this. Okay, now guys, I'll tell you how to create the services of Azure. First of all, everyone, you just create the service. We'll start the practicals. How to create it, I'll tell you. First of all, use the azure.com. Everyone go with what's that, guys? Azure.com. Use what? Azure.com. Means what, guys? Everyone, Azure.com is the one you have to use it. So I'm starting up this. Can you see it? I'm just starting up. Just give me 1 second time. Just 1 minute.
Here I have one question. Can I?
Please.
Yeah. Without PySpark, is it possible to get a job?
Definitely, you can get it without a PySpark. But actually, without a PySpark means the coding you're saying or the language PySpark you're talking about?
I mean, coding and I mean, if you want to learn PySpark, I mean, as per the Google, need to have a good understanding about Python and SQL. So if you know Python and SQL, it is quite easy to learn PySpark.
Obviously, here, see.
That is what my understanding. I'm not sure.
See, basically, if such is the case, if you don't want to go with that, even you can get a job on Data Factory as well. Data Factory, enough. Many projects are there on Data Factory itself right now.
Yeah, if I see those things in Naukri.com, everywhere they're asking about strong knowledge on PySpark and Python. Yeah, that's
Yes,
what I
obviously.
see.
Yeah. That's the reason. There is a reason right now we have it. Of course, you're absolutely true. The requirement is basically they are right now they want a professional with a collaborative knowledge, ADF plus Databricks. Previously, previously we used to have only data factory openings. Now we are having Databricks plus data factory. So here the easiest way is that if you keep on learning, you have to learn all the things. Am I right or not?
Yeah, agree.
If you keep on learning, you have to keep on learning the things. For learning, see, basically for learning PySpark, you need to know the Python. For Python, again, Spark is needed. For Spark, you require the Scala. For Scala, again, Java is required. So if you keep on learning, our motive is to get a job. Am I right or not? Things you can learn it, but prepare yourself in such a way, if the task is given, you should be able to achieve it. So I can help you out in giving some documentation and all. So based on that, it may help you out. And even, okay, the programming techniques also I'll show you. That is the one I can tell you basically. Okay. So basically based on that, okay, you can do it. Definitely you can. Many people are surviving like that itself. Okay. Even initially, okay, even, when I was in this area, this cloud, even I was not that good on the PySpark. No, anyways, by practice, that is in 3.5 years, I've developed all the things. So that's the time you can cope up. With the time you can cope up, it's not really needed to, okay, put yourself in a very harder situation or say that without that, you can't get a job. It's not like that. Okay. See, the level of interview attending is different. After getting through the interview, working in a project and getting, you achieving your task is the another that is heights you have it. In my point, even most of the things may not cover in interview. Okay, but with the complex situation you have to face, when your challenges you have to face when you work, so that you can get it only with the experience and all. Am I right?
Yeah. What is
So
this
that's
SQL and SQL? I know, but is structured query language. But is what is NoSQL? These things also I'm seeing in the.
No SQL is basically, actually, I'll tell you the storage, what we have it, the storage, whatever we have it. Okay, guys. So generally, when you talk about the storage, yes, I'll tell you. Azure storages. Storages in Azure. So basically, just now I told you here above, Azure SQL warehouse means what? Azure is for, that is warehouse for SQL. Am I right? In the same way, you have a databases called as what? Cosmos DB is there. Cosmos DB is there, and then we have MongoDB. MongoDB. Okay, these are all Cosmos DB, MongoDB, guys. Okay, Cosmos DB, MongoDB. Okay, you have Cosmos DB, MongoDB. All these uses no SQL. That means SQL is not needed. Why? Because I'll tell you. SQL language, as you know, SQL already you know now. SQL follows what's it? CORDS rules. One of the CORD rule is what? Every RDBMS should use SQL as a language. Am I right? For query solving. But here we don't use SQL. Because of that reason, we can use or we can store here structured data and as well as semi-structured data also you can store it. Structured data and semi-structured data. Structured and semi-structured. It means what? Semi-structured means what? The data which you have in the JSON format, the data which you have in the XML format. Okay, the data you have it in the HTML format. That also you can store it here in the database itself. But if you use the, suppose I'm using the Azure SQL database, it can purely store only what's that? Structured data. You cannot store any other kind of data. Though it is on cloud, but in the cloud, you can store only the structured data. Okay. So that is the thing you have it, difference you have it. So that is the no SQL, actually we call it. So we don't use the SQL in that. So it will be, that's the advantage. Anyways, we will see how to use that storage, how to create that storage. Anyways, we will see when we start the practicals. So, okay, in the coming session. So
One
now,
more question.
yeah, please.
Yeah. I mean, core responsibility of data engineer is to one is extract and load in one database, whatever the storage is there.
Writing the transformations.
Yeah, then transformation, put it into other database or same database after transfer the data.
That depends upon the requirement. Sometimes what happens is you need to get the data from REST APIs. REST APIs means what?
I mean,
Suppose the data is on the websites.
Yeah.
Simple language, I'll tell you. Data is on the websites. On the websites, you have to pull it and put it into the SQL database. That's your task. But if you want to put it in the SQL database directly by pulling it from the, REST APIs, the data may not be in proper structure format. That conversion is required here or not?
Yes.
That is the job of all of the data engineers. How to deal with the data in whatever the situation, how to deal with the data.
So reporting is not our responsibility, right? Like
reporting is actually not our responsibility, but nowadays they are extracting reporting also. I have seen in many projects as well. They are reporting means what? See,
Power
basically what we have at Power BI is there.
BI.
So you should know basic reporting, guys. Not into the detailed one, but basic reporting is needed. We should know because the complete implementation, one should know it. That's the reason. Even we should have an overview idea on this. Okay, so it's not like that reporting is not needed means you should not go. I suggest everybody, and even I teach the people who studied that is who studied from me. I will explain you everything. Why? Because you don't know when you work tomorrow, whatever the things needed, you should able to do it. Sometimes Power BI is also needed, sometimes Synapse is needed. Databricks is 100%, 70% Databricks, 30% data factory is used right now in the actual industries. Now the requirement is like that. 70% is Databricks, 30% is data factory.
The data factory means loading, extract and loading. Databricks means
transform. You can transform it by using the data factory also. Using the data factory, you can transform as well. It's not like that you can only do that, but not using it. Okay.
Why in every job requirement they're asking about PySpark? I mean, as you said, so you can survive with these things. So if you attend interviews, I mean,
basically, see, Python is the language, scripting language. It is adopted by almost all cloud technologies. Using of Python in the Spark environment. Using of Python in the Spark environment, for that we require the PySpark actually. Okay, so that's the thing we have it, guys. So now, anyways, I'll explain you basically. Okay, so just use it what? Azure.com. Use the Azure.com. So just I'm opening a web page here. Can you see here? Simply I'm using Azure.com. Once you use the Azure.com, everyone, just have a look on this. I'm using the Azure.com. Just a minute, wait here. Okay, so let's just a minute, guys. Actually, the system is the networks might be issue. Just a minute. Let me Azure.com. Okay, so now got it, everyone. This is the actual page you have it, guys. Everyone, this is the actual page you have it. That is called as what? Azure.com. Here you require to click on this. Get started with Azure. Click on this. It will ask you two models: try for free and pay as you go. So initially you go with the try for free only. Later, if you want, you can switch it over to pay as you go model. Now, okay. Now just go with what is it? Try for free. So click on the try for free. Try for free. See, if I say try for free, as already I'm registered, it's taking me here. As I'm already registered, it's taking me here. If not, you're not registered, then it will ask your mail ID, your name, your PAN card details, etc. All the details it will ask you. And once you satisfy all the details, then it will come back to this particular page. And finally, once you create everything, it will reroute you back to this page. This is the final page where you are going to work. That is called as what? Portal.azure.com. Can you see portal.azure.com? This is the web page you have it. So this is the final page you have it, where we are going to work from now onwards. So first of all, use it here and get registered. And get registered. Then afterwards, guys, once you get registered, see here, you will be rerouted to the portal.azure.com. You will be rerouted towards it, portal.azure.com. So this is the final page you have it. That is called the portal.azure.com. And now, guys, see the services. More services I'm clicking here. So can you see these are the services? What are the type of services you have it? Artificial intelligence plus machine learning, 22 services are there. Analytical services are 22. Okay. Compute service. What's it? Compute means what? Processing speed. Okay. Compute is always refers to the processing of the data. 34 services. And then you have, what is it, guys? Containers means storages. 11 type of storages are there. Databases means what? This is also storages. 19 type of database storages are there. Then DevOps. You can also integrate with the DevOps. What are the DevOps you have it, can share? These are the DevOps related applications or services, you can say, not the application, services you can say, guys. Okay. So, and next on, what you have it? These are some general services. And here you have, what's it? Hybrid plus multi-cloud. Okay, hybrid plus what? Multi-cloud. Hybrid means what, guys? Cloud and, okay, multiple different type of hybrid cloud you have it. Okay, that is private cloud, public cloud, all the type of clouds. That is, anyways, we'll see tomorrow on this. Okay, so hybrid cloud plus multi-cloud you have it. These are some services related to that. And these are some identity services. These are some integration services. Can you see it? These are some integration of services. These are IoT services, which we call it as what? Internet of Things. Okay. These are some Internet of Things services. Okay. And management and governance services. So likewise, you have many more services, migration services, that is moving of the data. Okay. Then what? Mixed reality services, monitor services. So you need not know all the services, but functionality, if you have it, see, if you wanted to know basically all the services, whatever you have it, just you can go to the Microsoft documentation thing. Okay. You will have the documentation. Once you get registered, you will get the documentation. So that documentation, you refer it, all the services, you will get it here. Okay. So these are all the, can you see here, guys? This is the page you have it. So first of all, I request everyone, so before we start the practicals, just go with the azure.com and get registered. If you are registering it for free, guys, only 2 rupees will be charged from your debit or credit card, and 2 rupees will be that is returned back to you in in a weekday's time. You'll get it back. Okay. And again, what is the habit? Once you get registered, it will be rerouted back to what? Portal.azure.com. Portal.azure.com. Okay, guys. So that's it, guys. If you have any doubt, now you can ask me. Okay, please. And now, guys, tomorrow, everyone, can you see here, everyone? Just have a look on this. And here, this is my number. If you have any doubt, you can just get back to me anytime. Okay, guys. And apart from others, if you want, okay, even we have a YouTube channel is also there, which I'm running right now. So you can use it at the rate Cloud Innovatives. Okay. So use this YouTube channel as well. Okay. So that's it, guys. And the next one, from tomorrow onwards, guys, you will have the paid link, everyone. So those who are interested, certification, you can write it DP203. You can write DP203. Almost all the things are covered here, guys, in the DP203. Okay. So, and the next one is what? Getting registered. Okay. So for getting registered, you can just call me. I will tell you the payment details and all, guys, everyone. So that's it. And from tomorrow onwards, you'll have the paid link, everyone. So the class timings will be standard 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. That will be our standard timings in the evening. Okay. And slowly we'll increase the intensity of the time from 6 to 6:30. That is 6 to 7:30 as well, because 1.5 hours also needed some time. So we'll go accordingly in that. Okay. So that's the thing, guys. DP203 100% covered. DP 900 up to an extent it is covered here, almost all. Okay. So that's the basic thing you have it, guys, everyone. See, when it comes to this certification part, you have it. I can't say exactly this one is included here or why, because they're asking the random questions nowadays. So you should be prepared on the subject wise. That's the better one. So, but I will suggest you on that how to make out the things, everything. Okay. So that's it, guys. So any questions if you have, you can ask me, please. Okay, guys. Thank you, everyone. So we'll meet tomorrow. So all of you, tomorrow you'll have a paid link. Thank you, everyone. I'm ending the class. Bye bye.